Hey guys, it's me T coming at you with another video. Let me see what is I always gotta be adjusting something. Adjusting. I hope you can stay like that because I want you to be able to see the card reads, but I feel like you can only see half. However, it's beautifully laid out, and I'll just show you the cards as we go. But happy hump day. I'm coming at you with a video that's a little kind of late in the day, but also midday, right? I don't know. It's so interesting how I'm led to do these right around this time. So here we have, oh, you know what? Let me just, again, I'll learn eventually in terms of, okay. Yeah, you see a whole bunch of crazy shit, but it's all good. I'll just show you. I'll keep it, what's it called? I'll keep it focused. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so where would you like me to start, a team? Okay, I'm getting over here. Do I start with this card at all first? Okay, we're saving this for last. So I'm getting this card first. Okay, so this is, oh shit, this is so cool. All right, so I love it. These are the feminine cards, which is very interesting. Should I go into as to why? Okay, these are the feminine cards because, and there's only like basically one reason that I've put to it. Because in comparison to these cards, I thought that these cards were going to be the feminine because they're smaller, right? And yeah, I think that they're just smaller, and I think that was my only like case for it, right? My only reasoning to it. However, I felt into it because we're doing energetic readings. It's not all about the physical, right? So these Kabbalistic cards were basically these are the divine feminine, and I thought they were going to be the masculine because there are two males that created this card deck. Okay, so I was like, but when it comes to the size, I was like, oh, definitely masculine because it's like bigger, it's like the protector, right? But and then I was like, oh, and also, you know, kind of seeing like who created these cards, I was like, they're masculine, but I was really getting that these were the divine feminine cards. With the first one we pulled out, it's definitely very much so not only what we need to know about today, but a confirmation as in why, or not why, but as in a confirmation as to these are definitely the feminine cards for today, because look at how feminine looking that card is, right? So the first off, we have Three of Cups, and that's a really beautiful card. I don't actually know what that stands for. Oh no, okay, so Three of Cups, I actually do know what it stands for. It stands for celebration, so it makes sense. It makes sense because I was like, Three of Cups, I'm like, fulfillment, celebration. So there's something, and this is really beautiful actually, because I was like really excited to see what this 9-day was going to bring everybody, because it's January 9th, 2019. So we have two ones and two nines making two 19s, you know? And 1 and 9 is 10. So it's kind of like, it's like today's like a definite ending of some sort, but also a new beginning. And what you're feeling into is definitely a celebration of new beginnings. And I feel as though it's coming through like wow moments. Like today, I literally was mind blown today. And what's interesting is okay, so I'm either seeing bottle caps, like beer caps, but I'm also seeing like these three tables right in front. There's a trilogy going on, okay? So I feel, because that was one of the signs that I got on my walk today, trilogy, and I was like, oh, I love that. So here's what it could be trilogy-wise. It could be literally like your divine partner, and the divine creator coming together today, okay? Or it could be and I really do actually feel that. It's so interesting. And that could be on an energetic scale, you know what I'm saying? And maybe not so much on the physical, but on the energetic plane. You guys are kind of energetically connected at this point, right? Like solidly. So something will come through If not today, then definitely like, I'm thinking tomorrow or in the next day, Because again, for my other readings, I was getting 2 days for some reason, and that was like that was yesterday, I think. So, so what's interesting here is that so then the second thing could be a trilogy of, there's another, who was it? That she taught me this. This was Saltwater Heels taught me this about how she loves to use the idea of 3 books as your life. One being the past, one being the present, and one being the future. So it's kind of like you're celebrating the trilogy of like the union of your togetherness in terms of, really being grateful for the aspect of all of what has been your life to then create your bigger future to focus on. Okay, so it's like big dreaming, big future to focus on. With this white, I feel like it's so much clarity. It's also in feng shui, white is obviously purity, but it comes in the area of helpful people and travel. So you could be, it's also metal energy. So if that's like, that's something that you want to kind of utilize in a space today in terms of element, in terms of that space specifically, that would be a great idea. But again, helpful people and travel, I've been channeling this for a very long time, is your divine spiritual partner, but it is that to yourself as well. So I feel as though you could be like really getting excited and celebrating some new downloads, or some new, and it's really causing you inner peace is what I'm getting. That's so interesting. I'm like looking up at my Buddha, at my Buddha snow globe, and it's white, and I'm like, why is that? Like, why do I keep looking at it? And it's because it's inner peace, right? So it's like a Buddha inside a snow globe where it's like you're in your own vortex of inner peace. No one can fucking fuck around or touch you, at this point, because it's like a solid idea that came in that literally will be protecting you for the long haul, and you will protect it because you love it so much, and it's pure. It's like designed for you. It's something that's kind of like unique to you, and it's something customized to your own inner workings, right? To bring you more inner peace or longevity of inner peace. Okay, it's funny. I'm like getting to play with this right now, and it's like my clear like headband. So again, it's like clarity, clarity and like new beginnings and celebrations. And I really feel as though celebrations within yourself, though. I mean, this is like you yourself. It definitely could be, with the third party in terms of like, or with a third party, I'm talking about like, not a third party, but more so like you, yourself, and you know how they say me, myself, and I, like that's the third party, the trilogy that, you could be celebrating it on the inside, but also with the divine creator and your divine life spiritual best friend for life, romantic partner type of thing. Okay, so you could be really celebrating that today, and it's a beautiful thing. Is there anything else that needs to be said with this? Yeah, I'm getting the cat here. It's like a tiger. Okay, so what I'm hearing is getting ready to pounce. Like you're really like, talk about hump day, right? Hump day being today is like getting ready to pounce. Like you're basically, and what I was like really laughing when I was writing the title or when I was saying it, the description, is because I was like, oh, I really want to know what the cards have to say in terms of how we are, how like what challenge of a hump we're actually getting over right now in terms of a hurdle. So it's kind of like, okay, like with you seeing the future of the clarity that you've just gained with it, you are now ready, you're happily now ready to pounce. Like this isn't like something that you're going to this isn't something that you're going to like be upset about, like, oh, this is like an upsetting change. It's like, no, you're really fucking ready for this. Like you're ready to make the leap. So, if it comes to love, if it comes to career and finance and whatever you feel like, wherever you felt like you were lacking before, like you are being fulfilled in, okay? And your heart is being fulfilled in. This is very much so like celebrations of the heart, I feel. Fulfillment in it, absolute fulfillment. So, Are we moving on? No, because I'm getting also these blue ribbons. Okay. Oh, this is so crazy cool. Okay. Wow, this is so crazy cool. Okay. So the blue ribbons are, blue in our society is kind of like a masculine energy. And so what I'm getting is very interesting. How do I explain this? Because it's something pertaining to the sign that I saw earlier in my walk too. What I'm getting interesting, when you see the kind of, what is it called, the candy canes the holidays for Christmas. I'm getting like peppermint sticks for some reason. It's like peppermint sticks, but it's like cool mint peppermint sticks, okay? So it's kind of like you're feeling extra fresh but you're feeling extra calm because there is a lot of blue energy. So it's like, and I'm also sensing like water energy, which is the element that we use, or that is used in your career area. So I feel like definitely, so there's something, you coming to the top, you coming to the apex of, of like a blue ribbon type of win, like I don't know what it pertains to, but like, when you have horses, right? And they're like ribbon winners, like there's something there that like you've won at in terms of your career, whether you're winning an award or whether you have just kind of like received a reward from spirit. That could definitely be it. Definitely could be it. What else? Yeah, you're receiving a reward from spirit in terms of your career today. That's how I want to simplify that. And it's really pure. It's really long lasting, and it really just has you narrow down what's meant for you. Huge, 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 huge. So that could have been like your morning, or this could be your morning in essence. Are we moving on from there? Yeah, that's what I feel. And it's also well balanced, by the way, because it's like the blue and the green. It's like earthly. It's like well balanced energy. It's so beautiful. So it's like well balanced energy in your career aspect of your life, which is beautiful. King of Swords. Okay. Holy shit. Look at this. King of Swords. Sorry. Sometimes I have to like look at it first just to kind of like take it in. King of Swords. Okay. So you are a person, like in terms of your divine feminine. I love how this is on a pole, okay? You are like whatever, like your divine feminine in terms of its like yang efforts is on a pole. Talk about metal element, right? So helpful people in travel. You are your helpful people in travel. I feel as though there's a lot of there's a lot of wind. Wow, this is so beautiful. A lot of like, so again, angelic, your guides are telling you something. They are literally sending you rays of communication, okay? And it's purity, and you're basking in it. And I love this. This is my favorite green, by the way. It's called Jungle Green in the Crayola crayons, and it's beautiful. Oh, hey, Amethyst Click. I'm just seeing you. I'm just seeing you right now. You know what? I actually wouldn't mind you asking me something, but I won't be pulling any cards. If that helps, do it. And if not, then, feel free to stick around or click out or do whatever you got to do, because I can also just ask you. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. Ask me whatever. I love being asked questions. So always feel free. So basically this is kind of like, okay, like the flowers here, kind of like you're giving birth to something new. There's kind of like a, what is it called? Like, and it's actually kind of crazy. It's like a spiritual enlightenment, but a spiritual growth that's coming out of like the bottom of this pole, which is like you've reached the apex. So now you've reached the apex of your growth. So now you basically are able to um, you're able to just basically, what is it called? You're in alignment, first of all, and then you're able to kind of wrap your mind around what exactly the blessings are that are coming to you in terms of communication, because of the fact that before you weren't ready, you know, and now you're really ready. Like you're at the apex where you're like, okay, I'm so ready that I'm actually making moves for myself, regardless of what anybody else has to say. They're very much so pure moves, like pure intentional moves, because I think you've also, not only are you ready, but you've become so purely intentioned about everything, like very direct. And again, the swords is like your mind, right? Your mind energy. So you've conquered your mind in terms of any and all, like, see, this could also mean like, you know, the spewing that came at you in the past, like it literally is like you're able to handle it, like, because you're still hanging on to the pole. You're like, nothing can tear me down from this pole anymore, because I've grown and I've swirled up, you know, it's not even a ladder, it's a pole, right? So you climb the pole, which is crazy. I think of Mulan as like, you know, when Mulan had to climb the pole, like she had to get strong, and you're basically on top of that pole that she climbed, and you're just like, you've conquered it. So this way, you know, you've conquered all the bullshit really that kind of came at you, but also in the same essence, the angels see that you're ready for their divine, direct, and pure and clear and concise communication that they're giving you in terms of, you know, rebalancing you in your health, because this is a lot of Archangel Raphael energies. Also, this is understanding more so about simplifying and purifying what's in your heart. Like they're just kind of validating stuff for you. You're kind of connecting the dots is what I'm seeing here, which is like magical sparks of light, you know, that you're connecting. So those are the dots. The green also depicts like not only Archangel Raphael energy, but in Feng Shui, it's more so what I like to call like the soul family. It's the family area of your life. So it's like, to me, it's soul family. More so than it is biological family. Biological family to me is more so, you know, helpful people in travel, you know. They're like your friends, I feel, because at a certain point they really are your friends. Like when you're around my age, like, you know, and in your 30s, it's more so that. And so you basically, what's it called? You basically, yeah, I mean, you basically, it's like your ancestors, your past, and your angels are all coming together to basically give you these really, it's like you've met them halfway, so they're meeting you the other half of the way, you know. And it's very much so infinite energy, which is, this is the reason why I put the infinity, you know, healing down in rainbow colors, because it's like, it's the infinite healing today that needs to go on, and that's what is exactly going on in terms of your divine feminine energies. Amethyst Click, I saw that I see your question. I'm just going to finish this one side, and then I'll get to your question as a break. Is that cool? I just need water. So I was told to, so these were from the two top of the decks, and then I was told to grab this from the bottom of the deck, which is, oh, interesting, Princess of Wands. I like how all of these are working out together as a storyline, because of the fact that it's kind of like you're celebrating on it's like yin and yang, or I mean, these could actually play out either or. Like this could be the yin in terms of the aspect that it's at, or it could be the yang. So it doesn't matter. These are kind of interplayable today in terms of the yin and yang. It's not as clean cut, and I kind of like the blend of that a little bit, because it's kind of like they help each other out again in an infinity symbol. So it doesn't really matter what the yin and what the yang is. It's just like the energies that are at play today. And all that matters is that they're fucking balanced. So it's like yes to that. Oh, I saw just 1919 as I'm as I'm recording this. Amazing. And I just mentioned 1919, so it's beautiful. Okay. I mentioned that at the beginning. That's amazing. So, okay, Princess of Wands, they're showing me to look at the yellow. It's a very, I wanted to talk about the Wands energy playing in with the swords and the cups is really pretty amazing, because the Wands to me is you know, the cups and the swords are cool, but I feel like the wand is right in the middle, right? So it's this fiery, passionate energy. A lot of solar, you know, healing energy is going on today. That's why they're making me look at the yellow. It's the yellow that's outpouring into you, which is beautiful because in Feng Shui, a lot of people say that a lot of people believe, or some may believe that the yellow is the healing color in the center of your in the center. It's kind of the joyous energy, right? At the center of the Bagua map, which is laughter, it's energy, it's high vibrational, okay? It's gold. So it's like very today I saw on my walk like solar gold, golden solar, something like that was the sign. And I was like, wow, that's so super true, you know? Because it's like the sun is obviously both yellow and gold, but it's just really beautiful in terms of how high vibrational the sun is today. It always is, but today it's a little bit extra. There's something in the air that's extra about it. Princess of Wands it's interesting because it's like, to me, they're creating this triangle of change, which is passion, which is fire. And Princess of Wands is in general passion and fire, right? So it's kind of, again, you're reaching your top you've reached the top of your apex in terms of, this could also be a wand, right? Even though it's swords, it could also be a wand. So it's like why I'm saying that is because it's showing you that you're really at the top of your wand game in a sense, right? So I like how I just like put together in a sense and innocence. Okay, that's what my mind just did. So I don't know if that pertains to anybody, but that's what I just put together. Let's see, Princess of Wands. I don't recall what exactly it is. All I'm sensing is that there's a growth into your fire energy element. There's a passion, right? That just like kind of came out today in terms of how to go forward. And again, this is kind of like an eyeball or like a wheel of fortune, where it's like, you know, it's a feminine, first of all, circle is a feminine kind of shape, and it's the wheel of fortune kind of turning in your favor. But I see this as like a budding of sorts, which is really interesting in terms of how I was told to put my crystal ball inside of a lotus. And I loved that aspect. I was like, wow, that's so cool. I would have never put that together. But here it's like, so it's the lotus and the crystal ball from like the aerial point of view, right? So the bird's eye view, but it's also this budding. But instead of this being a crystal ball, I see it being more of a pearl. It's like a pearl budding out of a flower, and it's like, that's yours. Like whatever the beauty, the beauty that has been sent to you today in terms of divine communication, it's like solely for you. It's for no one else. Like it's no one else's. It's for no one else in terms of you know, like to approve or disapprove of. It's for no one else in terms of like the idea is just solely meant for you in terms of like how you work, right? It's not from anybody. It's not not that I want to say it's not from anybody. Well, yeah, okay, this is what I want to say, how I want to say it. It's not from anybody else outside of you. It's actually it's for you because it was accepted by you internally, like as it was sent to you, if that makes any sense, right? So this is just, you just see yourself flourishing, you know, as this beautiful flower that really contains this prosperous pearl on the inside of it. And if you want to see it as a crystal ball, that's cool. Because it's really like both are feminine energies, you know, both are kind of purity in a sense. And both have a lot to do with water, you know? So it's like, you know, crystal ball really represents the water element. And a pearl, I've never thought about the pearl, but I guess since the pearl comes from the water, it makes sense that it is a water element as well. I was just thinking more about both shapes are feminine energies, but in terms of elements, they are water, I guess. Yeah, that would make sense. Do I talk about anything else from this at all? Okay. So we are moving on. Let me just take a sip of water and see what you guys are commenting. Ah! Okay. I'm getting like super dry. Okay. I'm excited. There's a lot going on over here. Okay. Oh, this is super interesting. Okay, I'm really loving this. I'm not gonna pull. So, like I said, Amethyst Click. I'm not gonna pull cards because that's not what I'm doing. But I do want to. Okay, so this is so interesting because I feel like this is there's always a reason as to why people, kind of connect to, live chats or different videos that they kind of look at, right? And so first of all, I just want to say that this is so interesting because it's kind of going to be my scenario as well with the two signs. I'm a Scorpio rising, and I feel as though my divine life spiritual partner will be will have a Scorpio heart, and I am a Scorpio rising, but I have a Sag heart. Do you get what I'm saying? And he has a Scorpio. So actually, I'm completely not making sense today. I'm realizing that, but here's what it is. There's a lot of Scorpio and Sag in both of like me and my divine life partners charts. Put it that way, okay? So when it comes down to handling him in your romantic life, let me just tell you something. First of all, I'm gonna tell you this. I don't have to read his current thoughts because I want you to concentrate on your current thoughts, okay? A lot of us women, and I'm here for a lot of us women to kind of like really be direct and in your face about it. 5 years older is fine. I mean, that's actually beautiful. So, okay, so here's the thing. There's so many elements that I want to address to this, which is, and it applies to everybody. If you're a divine feminine, okay, no matter what the sign is, you have to concentrate on yourself as the queen, okay? And by queen, I mean a healthy queen. I don't mean stand back and do nothing and expect, and be ungrateful, but still expect more, which a lot of people think that that's how a queen fucking operates. A queen does not operate like that. A queen operates from the aspect of she is grateful for what she has in her health. So we're talking about health, which is beautiful. So if a queen is very grateful for what she has in terms of her own health, that she is willing to do whatever it takes within her own strength of power and also limitations, because there's boundaries that you have to kind of be putting up with everybody, to basically know how and stick to how you work and how you don't work, okay? So the whole thing is, this can happen in sex, this could happen in life, and in business, all of it. It all is the same across the board, okay? Just like in business, customers are going to expect a lot of shit from you. So the same goes with love, right? Love, it's the same thing. We just kind of overcomplicate it. So the thing is, you have to, this life is all about you, okay? You were born here without your other counterpart. It was you, yourself, and you yourself, and you being taken out of this world when your time comes, okay? So the whole thing is, when it comes down to it, I really want to say, concentrate on yourself and disregard what he thinks, because that's going to get you motherfucking out of your batshit mind crazy. And as women, we already have a lot that we feel, that we emotionally sense, that we're sifting through, that, that we're trying to even simplify in our lives, because we've been told all of our lives that we have to give more. But what I'm telling you is, if you are a Sag, and I know that you understand me as a Sag when I say this, if you give less, because Sages are fucking queens, okay, you will receive more in a relationship, okay? Let me just decline this because I never turn this shit off. So my whole thing is, no matter what the age, no matter who he is, no matter what relations you have with another person, you have to stand your ground in knowing that you are the queen and you are the empress of your life, and it doesn't matter what other people want to suck out of you or expect out of you, okay? Because a lot of the time, I'm going to tell you something. The people that are expecting a lot out of you are actually the ones that don't expect a lot from themselves, which is bullshit at the end of the day, okay? So just know that if you work with your own energies in this life, you are able to satisfy yourself enough to then bring to the table what you think is satisfactory. And if that person's not happy, but I'm guaranteeing you that he will be happy with it, because if you're happy with it, he's gonna be happy with it. So, like, as they say, happy wife, happy life, right? So make sure that you put your happiness first, so that he can appreciate, and he can actually, that energy is being given into that sexual, the sex life. I was gonna say sexual life, like I was gonna put it in such a fucking professional, like, like ridiculous way. But so that's the whole thing, because it's an energy that you bring to the table. So if you're iffy on your energy, whether or not he's going to, whether or not he's going to, like, oh, will he be iffy on what I bring to the table? No, you're gonna be fucking fine when you accept what you bring to the table. And if he doesn't accept it, then he's not the one for you. And you have to understand that, right? There's better for you. So it's like, or you need to give him time to grow into that, because not everybody's going to be like you, right? Not everybody's going to, the thing is, we live in a society where a lot of people don't appreciate a lot of shit. They expect, and things on a fucking quick, and yet it's very not meaningful. And then they're dissatisfied. They're not happy with themselves, and yet they expect more from other people. And it's like, that's not how we have to work things anymore. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. As I'm telling you to do this, I really mean it, because this is how I work, and I'm a pure empress in my life. I don't give a fuck what my outside life looks like. I know what I bring to the table in terms of, what I'm satisfied with, and what I'm satisfied with is going to give me that really happy sex life. Like, that's because everything flows over into one another, right? Everything is connected. So the whole thing is, when you're satisfied with yourself, totally wholesome, completely and fully, and by that I mean fully and totally and wholesomely honoring your heart in terms of fulfilling your heart, you will have a wonderful sex life, because that's the only thing that you're going to bring to the table. Okay, so a lot of guys, like, they think that porn is like the fucking magical, they think that it's like a magical fucking essence to love, and it's like, it's not. I can tell you that right now. It's like watching fucking porn is like watching cartoons. You know what I'm saying? It's like a fantasy land, and of course I mean, it's real to an essence, because even in cartoons you can actually find a lot of spirituality in it, which I love, right? And I'm not putting porn down, because I think that it serves a super awesome imaginary purpose, right? Like, it expands our lives, and I appreciate it being there. So I'm never going to say, and I'm never going to even, like, be one of those, like, females that are like, oh my god, he's watching porn, like, I feel so, like, unworthy. Like, fuck that shit, dude. You know what you bring to the table, again, so nothing can stop you. Again, we're talking about this card right here, okay? You've reached your apex. Let's not forget that. Today you reached your apex of not giving a fuck about what anybody else has to say, so that you can you are holding on tight to what has built you, what your strength is, right? So again, without this strength, you could not hold on tight, So the whole thing is very interesting what I just saw. The whole thing is, you really have to honor yourself in terms of how far you've come, and never let that be, what's it called? Not taken away from you, but people can try, but the whole thing is, like, the truth in your heart, and you need to stick to that, right? And for you to kind of be strong. So, and that's what I'm saying. A lot of women are told that we have to overgive. I'm telling you, the less you fucking give, and I'm talking about it in a more taking back your power type of way, and more like honing in on the particular power that you have, and not watering your power down by, oh, I have to go help this one, I have to go help this one, I have to go help this one. It's like, you're not Superman, okay? You are literally the what is it called? You are the what is it when you, it's not guidance counselor, it's like the, what do they call it when you don't have a mom or a dad back in school? It's not a guidance, it's a, I can't remember. So the whole thing is you are the what the fuck is that? I'm gonna just say you are the leader of your own heart. I can't remember the fucking term I want to use. I've noticed that by me talking and having to think of terms, it requires, like, by me communicating, I have to think of terms sometimes, and that requires a lot of thinking, so it gets in my way of, like, doing shit. Okay, so anyhow, so sorry that I can't think of different terms sometimes. But yeah, I mean, when it goes back, Amethyst Click, when it goes back to that, I mean, look at your name, Amethyst Click. You know what you have to do. It clicks with you. So I'm glad that you can take this on and definitely concentrate on yourself, because again, self-love is the most sexiest thing that you can actually kind of exude out of yourself for somebody to want you more. Okay, so this is like goddess like energy. This is like Cleopatra. You know what I'm saying? It's like shit that, like, I even want to call it Hugh Hefner. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Hugh Hefner status. Like, Hugh Hefner didn't have to do much. He just had fucking money, and he, like, put it towards, like, what he fucking wanted to do, you know? And, like, everybody was, like, you know, what's the word? Grappling over him. Like, they were just like, you know, because he just set up a nice fucking life, and people loved it and wanted to be a part of it. So the whole thing is, it's like, set yourself up on your nice life, and you will have that person want to be a part of that. Whoever is meant to, they will actually come in, respect you so much that they will basically they will go above and beyond in terms of maintaining it with you. Okay, so this is an inside out work. This is never an outside in work. So the whole thing is, do simplify your life on that level where it's like, concentrate on your inside and then exude it out. Okay, so this is what you have to do. That's basically what I'm saying. All right, so yeah, so thanks for hearing me out on that. I appreciate it. At any time anybody wants to do that ever, like, in terms of sending me, like, a question, I'm down for it, because it's always going to have something to do with what we're talking about, because it's all in divine timing, right? So here's a 3 of or we're doing this last, sorry. Is that what you said? Yeah, we're doing it last. So let's go to the masculine, which, okay, this is why I'm saying passion, the feminine passionate side of ourselves is actually on the more yang side. So it's more like, and why I'm seeing this as the more yang side is because my door is actually right across from it. So I feel like it's outward, you know, and that's why, if anybody is like wondering why the fuck, you know, because usually when there's no door around me, I just go like the side of the reading that's more what is it, towards the right hand side. Yeah, I don't know my rights and my lefts. The side of the reading that's more towards the right hand side would be technically my future, but I'm sensing that there's a pull to, like, from this side to my door. So that's why it's like the feminine is more being sucked out of the door. Like, it's definitely being more yang. More activity there going on today. So here's the Ace of Spades. Oh my god, I love it. Ace of Spades. Spades, I believe, I have to double check this right now, but Spades is also, if I'm not mistaken, the swords in the traditional tarot deck. So, long story short, he is like, look, the ace is also confirmation of all of what we just said, but also it's like you are at the apex. Again, you're very happy. Look at you. You're so happy. And I'm using this minion deck because of the fact that minions are yellow for health, right? They're bananas for bananas. I like them. And they literally just are super fucking happy, and that's what you need in your health area. You need to have happy laughter, happy-go-lucky, like hilarious shit going on in your day, so that you can kind of rebalance and heal yourself, right? So, and they're super simple. I love them. They're super. It's like yellow and blue, baby. It's amazing. And talk about the sun energy. That's the sun energy as well. So it's super joyous, is what I'm trying to say. They're like the Buddhas, the laughing Buddhas, you know, in a different way. So so Ace of Spades is basically you are very accurate in terms of where and what you're going in the flow of, okay? There is something in your reach today is what I'm getting, and there's also something that you like received at the same time. So something that you were reaching for in terms of you needed an answer, something that is being granted to you in terms of receiving the answer for what you were yearning for. I'm also seeing this as the banana as a feather type kind of, groove to it. So it's as if like, again, angels are sending you communication from above, which is, the white background, which is the purity, which is like and it's really amazing because if you think about it, white can also be invisible, where it's like all of a sudden they're making this, if you're using your imagination with me, they're all of a sudden they're like dropping this like feather onto you where it's coming from beyond, and it's making it just like manifested in your own hands. So it's something like that magical that's kind of like coming into your own hands, and you're able to nurture it because you are ready. You know what I'm saying? You are ready. So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let me just, do I go into the book right now just to see what else this depicts? Yes, that's what I'm getting. I don't have like a pure cartomancy book or anything like that, so I'm just using in terms of what my illuminated tarot is going to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, okay. Ace of Spades. Yeah, Ace of Swords. So perfect. It's focusing clarity. So that's what was just granted. Like something that you can so joyously move forward in terms of giving it your focus and clarity. You know what I'm saying? Like before, maybe you were a little bit confused and you were like, I don't know which way I'm going, but you're finally seeing the kind of light at the end of the tunnel, right? And there is light. This is like you're going like, actually these don't even do a good job, which is a good thing in terms of showing us it's like this is purity white card. Like there's no fucking these are new beginnings. This is no like there's no shit around you. The shit that you've gone through is way in your past. So that's really beautiful. It's like no longer there. Even the shadow is super small. It's like only your shadow is sticking around. And that's fine. What I was getting earlier with this too is Ace of Spades is kind of like, it's really beautiful because I also feel that it is like the lover's energy. And here's why. They're in the cartomancy, right? Or in tarot. Well, cartomancy, let's do cartomancy. There's the heart suit, you know what I'm saying? And then there's the spade suit. So the hearts and spades are very interesting because I feel like the hearts are, they're kind of funneled to you. And this is like the spades are kind of the opposite of the heart, if you can see that. I don't know if you could. Do you see the difference between, it's like they're also yin and yang of each other, because the heart is like the soft part of yourself, and then the spades are the swords, which are like the stronger, harder, aspect of yourself. And with that being said, what was I gonna say? With that being said, it's kind of like you're now really full on more complete, because maybe you were going through a lot of heart stuff before, and now you're kind of like the roles have reversed, like your heart has reversed, and not in a bad way, more so in a more balanced way, where it's like, okay, it's not only soft, but you're definitely balanced out with your divine masculine, right? Divine feminine is definitely balanced out with divine masculine. Where, it's like you like the how like how do I want to say it? It's like you're, put it this way, you see the Ace of Swords on how it's like upright. It's kind of like you are very direct. You have direct communication with the people that watch over you, so that your heart is more fulfilled and your heart is more heard. Okay, so it's kind of like the communication that's coming from you is through your heart to the angelic realm around you that is there to watch over you, but also they are sending divine guidance straight down. So this is like very quick, like communication back and forth, infinite energy that's going on, which is fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? It's like you've gotten so much clarity within your heart, and you're asking your heart now, what does it want? And so your heart's communicating, like, either subconsciously or consciously, it doesn't matter. It's basically whatever goes on quietly in your heart, like in terms of what you're asking for, it's being heard, and things are coming and being manifested in the physical realm real quick. Do you know what I'm saying? Where look at the joy you get after manifesting it. You're like, this is so exciting. You know what I'm saying? So you're like purely happy faced because of it, So even something as simple as a banana, but this could be something complicated, or what your mind think is complicated, as much as like a place to live, or to me, it's a place to live, it's a car, it's paying bills, all these adult like things that I feel like I want to be able to be what is it called, like childlike with, but also responsible towards, you know what I'm saying? So have fun, responsibility towards it, instead of taking it so seriously. That's what I feel like is being manifested very soon in my world, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of clarity, and I'm talking about clarity in terms of realizations, epiphanies happening right now, On to the next card. Yes. Oh shit, talk about, I love it. Three of Hearts. Nice. We just got finished talking about Three of Hearts. So Three of Hearts and Three of Cups, right? Isn't that beautiful? They're kind of like, and it's really interesting because it's kind of the roles are reversed. Holy shit, that's so crazy. Look at that. It's like okay, so the roles are reversed in a sense, and I don't know what that means, but that'll maybe come through if it needs to. It's my self-nurturing spa week this week, guys. So that means that truly means that that's also a reminder for you to be to enjoy an entire week of self-care. Definitely do that for yourself. So, Three of Hearts is, to me, kind of like the Three of Cups, too, where you literally, actually, it's even more like a heightened version of the Three of Cups, where it's like your heart is fulfilled. Now, I know in the traditional tarot, Three of Hearts is like, it's kind of like it's like a painful card, but see, in cartomancy, it doesn't look so painful, yet it's like depicting the same thing, and yet, I want to say that your heart is being at the center of attention, okay? So you might have a yin and yang aspect around you, which is like mother, father figure around you that, you still might be in the vicinity of. But what I'm getting are these two, like, I just feel like you're... And okay, on a real note, I feel like the people that you might be around are minimizing what your heart can do, is what I'm getting. But you are making your heart your center focus, so that you can literally expand out and also remove yourself from the situation. Okay, so this is why this is a good card. It's not at all bad, and this is also why I don't do traditional meanings, really, because of the fact that sometimes it's too simplified, where it doesn't it's not soul touching. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like no one wants to fucking hear again, like no one wants to hear that, like that, you know, there it's like, oh, three's a crowd and shit like that. It's like, no, I mean, it could be like whatever you feel off of it. You know what I'm saying? And and like I say in my life, whatever I say goes in my life. So, you know, that's going to be it. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's the Ace of Swords energy, because I want to be masculinely there in terms of protecting my heart so that my heart can still be at its softest. So this is why I'm very adamant about going inwards to listen to your own heart so that you can literally be free inside of it, and then also exude that strength outwardly to where no one can fuck around with you. Okay? Because not everybody is courageous enough to do that, guys. So that's what I'm saying. Like, just make your heart the center of attention to itself. Do you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and that can happen on a very quiet level where people don't need to even know about that. But you know, you and your heart are a team, right? And so you guys get to do the 3 is creativity, 3 is expansion. So you guys get to work together on those levels of expansion and creativity. And, you know, you don't have to fucking tell anybody anything about what you're doing. You just work together, teamwork it with your heart, you know? And as you do so, you gain more, respect from the higher realms, from your angelic team, and they are more willing to help you because they see that you're interested in taking care of your heart rather than anything else. And so this is what creates the very, very quick, infinite flow of connection, and caring, and just commitment, right? So it's like you're solid in it. So that's what, you know, just as we all like to, here on the earthly realm, just as we all like to receive respect and see respect at the same time, we have to be the exemplification of that to our inner self, so that we can be helped on an invisible level. Do you get what I'm saying? So that's what the angels want to see from you. Are you committed to your own heart? Are you going to do the changes that it takes for you to do the changes? Are you going to empower your heart? Or are you going to weaken your heart? Like, these are all things that, like, you know, the angels kind of see you do on a quiet note, that the more you come at purity towards your heart, in terms of, and also in terms of keeping it clean and having it stay clean, you know, like maintain the shit out of it, then you literally can get to receive. You will become more worthy of receiving what it is you need to receive in this life without question. You know what I'm saying? So those people that are like, oh, it's too good to be true. It's like, why are you questioning that your heart, like, there's something that needs to be improved. And I'm not going to say that there's something wrong with you. I'm just going to say that there's something needs to be improved in your life if you think that you are unworthy to receive the realistically what the too good to be true is. Okay? So the whole thing is, when you're receiving something too good to be true, of course you have to, you know, use your discernment, but you should know right off the bat, you know, if you're keeping your heart clean and maintained on a very elevated level, you know right away, you know. And also your emotions have a lot to do with that, because your emotions come from your heart, right? But your emotions don't lie. So that's why you have to kind of take into consideration your emotions, take into consideration, you know, dumping the garbage in terms of, you know, like taking out the garbage with your heart, in your heart, which is the emotions that you no longer need or have to keep attached to. And, you know, and so if you don't like the feeling, detach from it, disengage from it, move on from it, right? And by doing so, you either pray, or you either write, or you write, you know, in your gratitude journal, in terms of thanking, you know, thanking the A-team that they have taken this from you and replaced it with something better, you know. Also, let's not ignore the fact that when you write in your gratitude journal, it's like writing a prayer down. Okay, so it's basically, but it's actually a more high vibrational prayer, because you're not saying, oh my God, I'm praying to you from a helpless standpoint. You're saying, no, I'm helping myself raise my vibration through my gratitude, in terms of being my own helpful person and travel, which is I am willing to move and make moves in my life, about myself and improving my situation, so that the A team can meet you that halfway and really blow into your life many blessings. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and these blessings, like I said, are all they're all like magical. They're all super spiritually enlightening and spiritually ascending. But look at this. Each of these flowers are a step of the way that are blossoming, right? So it's beautiful. I just saw that. So again, do that for yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is something to accept for yourself and something not to question. So that, you know, to finish off that thought, when something does come into your life that is, it would be to somebody else, oh, this must be too good to be true. Even if your parents or whoever around you, around your heart is saying, oh, don't believe it, it's too good to be true. It's like you, yourself, and you know that you have to show up for yourself in terms of believing in yourself and for yourself, and no one else's responsibility is that. It's just yours to believe in your own heart. And that's something that I got on my walk today. And so my whole thing is, ignore what these other people have to say, because you have to understand that not everybody is willing to work on their heart as much as you are, okay? I work on my heart. That is my responsibility, okay? It's also my responsibility to keep my heart happy and open and very much discerning, okay? And again, like I said the other day, the heart wants to be open to the sun. So there's a lot of sun and healing energy today that's extra, that's golden, right? If anything, it's like I feel like your heart is becoming this golden, light, lit up, illuminated sun, because we are dealing with some illuminated cards, right? So your heart is kind of expanding out its energies to attract what it is deserving of. And especially something that is like, and all those things that it's been kind of waiting very much so on. Okay. So like your heart could have been waiting a very long time in terms of patiently loving itself to patiently receiving, what it's most deserving of. You know what I'm saying? So, like they say, love is patient, love is kind, you know? So you were doing that. That was your process. And now we're coming at the end of at the end of the process, yes, because we're in a 9-numbered day, right? But we're actually opening up ourselves to opening up ourselves, got it? To basically receiving all of the rewards and the blessings that we've kind of worked towards. And, you know, when it comes to our own vision of love, okay? So when something happens in your life where it's like, oh, it's too good to be true for somebody else, my whole point is you're allowed to ignore that shit and discern it for yourself. Oh, is it too good to be true for myself? Because sometimes, you know, you definitely want to take people's questions and opinions into consideration, but you don't have to accept them right away. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to hear out your heart first and accept what it has to say for itself to then accept the too good to be true if it is meant for you. Do you get what I'm saying? But if it's not meant for you, you're allowed to, even if it's a malicious too good to be true, right? You have to be honest with yourself to say, hey, is this a runner-up, or is this the actual highest and best idea that I've envisioned for myself this entire time? Okay, so sometimes too good to be true is like you're almost there, but is it really the actual like thing that you've wished for and or better? You know, you have to be real with yourself, because that also is settling. You know, so and it's also very much so where it's like not what's the word that I want to. Or a phrase, word or phrase. I don't know. I feel like I'm playing like Wheel of Fortune, like the it's like the divine communication. I will give you a vowel A for the actual fucking word that it is, because that's what it is, because I'm like, sometimes I can't come up with the entire word. Hilarious that's a confirmation right there. So, a long story short, yeah, definitely be discerning be with your own heart to then help it discern what it wants and what it deserves, and what it will be receiving, regardless of what other people have to say, what other people's hearts around you have to say. Because again, mind your own heart business. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to say, is like, really, like, take people's opinions and everything into consideration, hear them out, because it's very valuable. Because it's also a perspective that isn't yours, which opens your mind, but don't think that you have to take it all the time. You know what I'm saying? Go with what your heart says. That's the best way to operate in this world. It might be challenging sometimes because not a lot of everybody does it around you. And sometimes you need validation. But the validation comes way after you stick to your guns about it. Are we moving on? Yes. I'm really thirsty, so maybe there is a lot of solar stuff going on. Woo! Got us an angel of the water today, that's for damn sure. All right, excitement, look at this. So we're getting Jack of Clubs, and to me the clubs is like, you know, the, what is it called? The, Four of Clovers, right? Like the lucky shamrock. I can't express myself today. 18, what's going on? Help me out here. What else did I want to say? What else? Ooh, he's feeling like, I felt like he was doing a yay before I actually took a look at his hands, but look at that. He feels strong. He feels like he's going to kung fu somebody. Okay. So and that's actually very interesting because as we were coming out of this Three of Hearts, it's like you feel fully empowered. Where the Three of Hearts, it's like, this is your reaction to all the hearts around you, which is like, okay, you can come at me, and this is my face to you as I listen to you, but I will kung fu your ass and its opinions if it needs, like, you know, if it's not doing me any good, you know, if it's not of my own inner justice, you know what I'm saying? So, do we read the meaning of this at all? Yeah, that is what I wanted to confirm. Okay. I need confirmation sometimes. And the angels bring me validation sometimes. Okay, let's see. Jack of motherfucking clubs. Jack of motherfucking clubs. Okay, here. Oh, good. The enthusiastic pursuit of a new venture. You're after it. Yes. This is so cool. Now, this is actually really cool because this is the Jack of Clubs, and there's a cat that shows up in here for the Illuminated Muse deck, but there's also a cat that shows up here that I was saying was ready to bounce and pounce. So both. Yeah, so that's really cool. And I feel like as though this is very interesting. I don't know why the mountain lion has been coming up lately, but we're also in the career, not the career aspect. Listen to me. The Capricorn aspect of our lives in January, up until the 21st, 22nd, right? And so, long story short, there is that I feel as though the Capricorn and the mountain lion are very similar. So you are about to pounce into this enthusiastic pursuit of a new venture. I mean, that's fucking cool. But it's in the right direction, right? Because you have all these swords. Like, you've cut through a lot of bullshit to get through these to get to this clarity of swords. But also, you literally are receiving such clarity in terms of what direction to go into. It's definitely a new, it doesn't have to be a new venture all the time. It could be a new perspective in terms of how to look at things or how to operate things. Because I know that actually happened to me this morning where I was like, okay, like, you know, you were clear about something so general, but now it's kind of coming to this. And again, it's like a fiery transformation. It's happening quick where you're like, okay, the swords is coming together to basically, you know, give you this quick type of, clarity in how to move forward better. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I thought my mom was screaming for me. I was like, oh my God. So yeah, so it's like it kind of like you have a clear direction in terms of where you're heading, which is definitely more in alignment with you. I mean, for sure. You know, we're talking about it's in a heart alignment with you, you know? So it's in alignment with your life and how you want to live it, but also in terms of how to fulfill your heart, it's super in alignment with both. And also your strengths and basically a well balanced essence of you. That's what it's here for. So it's beautiful. Three of Diamonds. Let's go into that. I definitely think the Three of Diamonds is again a super expansion of creativity. I mean, it's like the highest form of creativity, love, and expansion. And it's like and again, so we have Three of Cups, and I'm getting that it's connected some way, somehow, where, like I was saying here with the Three of Cups, it's like, you know, I feel as though oh, here, that's interesting. It's alignment, right? So it's, you are feeling very much so foundationally in alignment with in and of yourself. But also there is this change, this foundational change that's happening between you, your divine life, spiritual best friend for life, you know, romantic partner, and, you know, the God, which is Grand Majesty G and Grandmaster G to me. So, and what I'm getting is here a lot of thinking. Thinking has gone, you've thought a lot. But now there's like this, like fucking, like this straight away of not thinking and just flowing. You know what I'm saying? In terms of a clear direction, and I can vouch for that happened to me. But look at this, guys. I was guided to put it under here. Look at the road ahead, okay? You're in your own fucking lane. You're in one lane over here. It's like full speed ahead. And this is what you are able to ascend to, is like infinity after infinity after infinity of healing, of growth, of creativity, of, you know, just getting to like all the different levels that you have to go through in life is going to be for you in your own heart. But it's like a super healing path. Like there's nothing there's nothing stopping you anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I feel as though, put it this way, it's very interesting. I don't know why I'm like being told to look at the horizontal stripes, because, you know, again, on the road it's vertical stripes, but here it's horizontal stripes. It's like and right midway it's like kind of like the yellow, which is the solar plexus chakra, but also it's kind of like sunrise, sunset, you know what I'm saying, with the horizontalness. So it's like you're purely balanced in what you're heading towards, and also it is well balanced on the vertical side too, you know what I'm saying, where it's like there's a lot of passion that's really forcing it, but on the other side it's like you get to be cool, calm, and collected in terms of your return, you know what I'm saying, in terms of what it's going to give you. So you are giving it this passion, and you are receiving this really fucking awesome, just calm, what is it called, like calm colored, like healing, but also praise, you know what I'm saying? So you're helping in the flow. And again, cool colors are very flowing colors, right? So it's like this red foundational passion that's just being fucking led to, you know, to applying all these beautiful elements of the chakras to your career and to your lifestyle and to your life in general, that you literally will just, it's taking off. Like, I mean, it's like this is like the butterfly effect is what I'm here is getting here, you know, bow ties, you know. I don't know if your company has anything to do with bow ties, but it's like bow ties are my infinity symbols also. Also sunglasses, you know, so like anything like that is could be like your potential business that you're after, or that you're something that you're passionate about. But again, talking about being able to see clearly, it's like that's how simple you're able to see, because of these are I don't know why I'm seeing on the screen like a happy face, maybe from the shadow, but also it being too far. I'm getting like a happy face here, like you're seeing clearly, but you're also very happy in terms of how compassion is working out in your life so well. Do I look this up right now at all? No. Okay. Oh, they're telling me that was it. All right. Awesome. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you so much. Special shout out to Amethyst Click for her being courageous enough to ask a question and, you know, just being open enough to also receiving an answer that is outside of herself, right? So that's very open-minded. So I appreciate you guys, you know, being my sole sponsors in this life, and yeah, I mean, it's really just beautiful. So thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with me when you do. And we will hang out again soon. I love you so much. And actually, that soon is tomorrow. Actually, and if it's not tomorrow, because I have plans for tomorrow. If it's not, you know what? I'm gonna try to put my best. I'm gonna try to come at you. Yeah, and definitely put my best out there in terms of bringing a video to you tomorrow. It'll probably be early in the morning. So, yeah, just stay tuned for it. Stay fortuned in, okay? Mwah! Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye!